Okay, the first thing I tried was nicotine patch, and it gave me hives, is what it really did, but it didn't do anything to quit smoking. Then the next thing I did was I took the Chantix, and that did more or less help because it decreases your need. When you do smoke, it decreases your need, but it didn't help me quit at all. I went to a hypnosis center, oh, this had to have been years and years ago, and that didn't work. But they were all approaching it the same way, that it was an addiction and that it was willpower, the same things everybody thinks it is, that it's an addiction, and every reason you want. If you have a bad day, I would go back to a cigarette. Didn't solve the problem at all. But now I'm confident that I can, because this is a different approach, totally different approach. Oh, I couldn't stand the smell of it. I never could stand the smell of it. And I would cough a lot, which I knew was bad. And then I could feel my breathing was not as good as it used to be. It was harder for me to take steps. Just even exercising, which I used to do a lot, it really started to take its toll on me. I didn't have the energy that I used to have. Oh, I was totally skeptical about it, definitely, because I thought maybe they were actors or actresses that were paid to do this. But honest to God, it is a definite, different approach. I usually at work, I'm the most stressed, and I haven't even felt like a cigarette. Cravings, I don't even believe I have them. So yeah, I would say this really has changed, and honestly, I didn't think it was going to work. I just thought it was going to be the same stuff that they say. You're now a non-smoker, think of yourself as a non-smoker, blah, blah, blah. That's what I've heard before. But when you think of it as it's going to kill you as an enemy, what are you going to be in 5 years or 10 years? And you really think about it, and you may not be here in 5 years or 10 years, or you're certainly not going to have the good quality of life. I really honestly thought, especially at night, I was going to crave it, go out of my mind. I would have had to have one. But that never entered my mind. Usually when I've quit before, I've always had like an emergency pack with me, just in case that was going to happen. I didn't even feel the need to do it this time. In fact, I even passed the store where I always bought my cigarettes from. Didn't even think of going in there to buy one. And the cravings, you think about it for a minute, and then it's gone, and you don't think about it again. Definitely, I have more energy. I can breathe a lot better. When I go out in the cold and it really hits you, before, it really hurt. It was tasking on my heart. Now, it doesn't upset me at all. I can still walk fast like I used to. So yeah, it's definitely done that. Breathing is much, much better. I would tell you that it's a different approach altogether. I never thought about it. I mean, I know it was going to kill me, but I never thought of it being that much of the enemy, that if I took one more, I may have a massive heart attack. I never looked at it that way. I looked at it as you have to have willpower, you have to beat those cravings. But it's not about that. It's about saving your life, and that's what you want to do. I mean, that's why you want to quit smoking. It was a totally different approach, and I appreciate it. I honestly didn't think it was going to work. But a lot of things that you made me think about, you tailor-made it to me, and I think that's the most important thing. Everybody is different. Everybody smokes for a different reason. I think the success is you tailored it more to what I was going through. I think it's worthwhile. If you really, really want to quit, I would definitely suggest it, because like I said, I have tried it all of it, and this is the only thing that I feel has really worked. My name is Denise, and I'm finally a non-smoker.